hedgefarm.com, and today we're at the garden and the children and I are going to be showing you guys how we plant onions. One of the things that I like to do every year is to check the pH of our soil, and that's what Eli's doing right now. You can buy these soil test kits just about anywhere, Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot. And so he's going to put the lid on now and shake it up, and we're going to see what the pH of our soil is before we plant the onions. So go ahead and take a look at your little tube, and what does your chart tell you about our soil?
It's about 6.5 and it's light acid.
And that's good because onions prefer soil with a pH between about 6.2 and 6.8, and he got that ours was 6.5. So we've got some good soil to be growing onions. So when I buy onions, I buy onion sets. This is what they look like when they come from the store. They're alive. I know this looks dead, but they're just dormant right now. And so there's a bunch of them in here. You pull them apart gently, and this right here is what they look like. So they already have a root system. This right here, and this is where the onion will form. The first thing I do is just go through and really mix up my soil and make sure it's loose. You want your onions to be grown in really loose soil. That way the bulb has room to expand and to grow. And you can tell that this soil is really, really loose. We built raised beds last year, and I'll put a link in the description below for those. And that's the same beds that I'm using again this year. So again, I'm just mixing it up really well. You don't want any large clumps, so go ahead and divide any of those if you have them. And if you've got weeds, you'll want to remove weeds, rocks. And then what I do is just go through and make a hole about every 4 inches to plant my onions in. When planting onions, you want to make sure that you bury the root. But again, right here is where the onion's going to form, so you don't want this part too far in the ground. In fact, you want your roots down here, but this part needs to be near the top of the ground. So I'm just going to kind of push it in right like this. Because as the onion grows, they'll get bigger and be right here kind of on the top of your soil almost. Just continue doing that about every 4 inches throughout your garden bed. I'm just going to finish out this bed, and I'll probably do one more bed full of onions and then get ready to water them. After I plant the onions, the last thing that I do for the day is just go ahead and water them really well. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little series that I'm going to be doing on gardening.